Is a profile on Dr. CDTucker3, and we're talking about some of the things that have occurred in her illustrious career. And Dr. Tucker, before we had our break, we were talking about some of the developments that you've been involved with dealing with the Democratic Party and with American politics. And let's continue that conversation by talking about an organization that you established with others in 1984, and I think that this is the National Congress
Political Congress
of Black Women. Let's talk about that.
Yes. Well, when I was saying that we were so joyous at the 1984 convention, we were planning to whip into the platform issues that affected us as a people, and we had our white sisters to join us, but after Geraldine Ferrero was named as the vice presidential nominee, the waters were not to be ruffled anymore, and we found out we were alone, that we didn't have the sisters, because we'd also fought for half of the delegates, half of every position or committee in DNC was to be half women. So we had helped to fight that battle. So with that, we could have had great victory, but we didn't. So Jesse said, "You're all alone, you better organize." 1 month later, I went to Washington. I called 39 national groups together, including Dr. Height, Jewel Jackson McCabe, the sorority leaders, Maxine Waters, Eleanor Holmes Norton, and we organized a National Political Congress. I convened it and helped to develop it, and we elected Shirley Chisholm as chair. She served for 8 years. 2 years ago, she asked me would I take over because I was a vice chair. And at that time, we had an annual brunch, and in walks Dionne Warwick and Melba Moore. And I had them to speak to the 1,000 women we had. And they said to us very shockingly that we're tired of the entertainment industry projecting us in negative, stereotypical, demeaning roles. And we do not have a fair share of the industry. We want you to help us. We are just not entertainers, they said. We are educated women. Both of them are teachers. Dionne Warwick has her master's degree. And so we said, we will help you. And then I said, come to our convention and have a panel and tell us what you want us to do. You become the Entertainment Commission. Well, they introduced us to gangster rap. And when I saw Snoop Doggy Dogg's artwork that was brought into my office, and when I read the words, her body's beautiful, I'm thinking rape, shouldn't have her curtain open, that's her fate. Slit her throat and watch her fate. I saw that in the newspaper. I saw the Snoop Doggy Dogg album where it just was available for children, showing them explicit sexually, explicit violently actions, and calling the women hoes and bitches and kill the hoe, and a whole frame with just drugs were being passed from male to female. I said, if this is sold to children, we march. So Dick Gregory, Joe Madison, Melba Moore, we marched in front of stores in Washington that were selling that to children, and then we went to jail. And then I